mommies and daddies, and welcome to today's inspirational moment with Lizzie Okezie. Today I'll be talking about our children's destinies. There is no child that is born without a destiny, and no child that is born without a skill or gift. And every gift from God, remember, is good. But now it depends on how this child uses that gift or how the parents are able to nurture that child, to guide that child, or advise and counsel that child to be able to use that gift well. If not well guided, the child misuses that gift and uses it the wrong way. For example, we have children that are gifted in music. I happen to be one of them. And some parents will look at this music to be not good. This is not what I want for you. Please, I want you to be a doctor. I want you to be a lawyer. It's good to be educated, but it's not actually good to deprive that child from freely expressing him or herself in the area in which he or she has been gifted, because this gift is what actually paves way for that child to fulfill his or her destiny. And if deprived, it becomes a problem. It becomes difficult for that child to fulfill his destiny, because once the person, a child, misses his line of destiny, his line of gift, or focuses on something different, it becomes difficult. So we parents, we owe it as a responsibility, number one, to guide these children in fulfilling their destiny. Some children discover their talents or their gifts by themselves. Some, the parents discover it. Maybe the child doesn't even know that is his or her own gift. So whichever way, but once it is known, it becomes important that the parents, both father and mother, guide this child in the right way. Okay, I've seen some parents say, no, I don't want you to go into music. Music is meant for dropouts. Music, people who do music, they die young. Yes, it's true. Mhm. People who go into, some persons who have gone into music, they've died at a very young age. Some have died at a very young age. Yes, probably they did not use that gift the right way, because every gift that God gives you is good. Just like He has given everybody life to live, but He does not give you the choice. You have to make the choice yourself, whether to live a good life or to live a bad life, whether to use your gift to promote God or to use it to promote Satan. Music, some persons have used this music to promote the things of the world, to promote immorality, and anything that promotes immorality does not please God. But those that have used it with the fear of God in promoting the things of the kingdom, God also protects them and blesses them and keeps them. So it's your duty to guide your children. Talking about music, for example, I discovered myself when I was 13 years old. What actually happened and how did I discover myself? We were living in Enugu then. One particular night, we in that compound where we were living, we had an Igbo man that was also living there with married. He had an Australian woman as a wife. One night we heard cries. The very night she died, I felt it for the first time. I felt emotional about losing somebody that I know, because we see her virtually every morning. We greet, sometimes we joke, we laugh. She was already used to us. And when we lost her that same night, I don't know where this song came from. I don't know where the lyrics came from. I don't know where the sound came from, but I was just voicing out what I would call a song. And the melodious one for that. Oh my Lord. I was amazed myself. At the point I was like, where did this song even come from? Have I ever heard this song? I said, no, I've never heard this song before. I sang it again and then slept off. The following morning, I struggled to remember the song. couldn't. The song had flown away. And from that moment on, anytime I'm emotional or I'm so excited, I'm so happy, or something happens, I'll always come up with a song. On its own, the song will just come from nowhere without stress. The lyrics sound very good sound. And eventually, I now announced to my parents, "Ah, see what's going on. I keep singing songs I've never heard before. It's like I'm going to be a musician." And my parents were like, "No, you can be a musician. We want you to go to school. We want you to become this, become that." And as an obedient child, I obeyed them. You can imagine. I Because I was not given that parental courage, encouragement, I pushed it aside. But even despite the fact that I tried to push it aside, from time to time, songs will keep coming. From time to time, beautiful songs with beautiful lyrics will keep coming. And I told myself no. But I keep forgetting some. I tried to write down. I started writing down the songs. I said whether I'm going into it or not. At least let me just write them down. Later, I got um, a tape and I started recording them. Okay, that's how I, on my own, I decided to be putting them down until I became matured enough to handle it myself. And when I first did my first album, I now showed it to my parents. I said, "Pray for me. I can't, I can't hide it, and I can't keep it off from myself." They had no choice but to say, "Okay." So please don't discourage your children. The only thing they need is you guiding them to do it right. That's all. So that the earlier they start with their talents and their skill, the better for that child and the better for you as a parent. And thirdly and last, always pray for your children and wish them well. Their destinies are in your tongue. There are parents that are fond of cursing their children, no matter how stubborn that child may be. There are some children that are very radical at a very young age. But when they are growing, as they are growing, that's radical lifestyle is going off them and they're becoming more matured. I know of some few kids that are very, very, very radical. They can't stay in a place. No matter how you try to threaten them, they can't. You see them brr, brr. Yeah. The next minute they're climbing one thing or the other. But today they are matured and they're doing well. So no matter how, the only thing is just keep praying for them and just keep see the good side of that rascality. Some are very rascal. That rascality could be for good. Only train them not to use it for anything evil. That's all. Mm. It's better. It's better to have a child that is. How do they put that? They say it get a bloody hot, yes, than to have one that is too quiet. You don't understand the child. Too quiet. No, no, no. Though some are very quiet and still very, very, very intelligent and brave and they are great today. But whichever way, just use your wisdom and guide them. That's all they need from you as parents, okay? And if you're able to help them, that's why, especially for those that are also grown and matured enough to marry, no matter how they may have offended you, do not cause them. And even when you feel you have caused them, try to call them and say, at the second time, this was the curse I rained on you, but I don't want you to continue. And because sometimes these causes may stop them, hinder them from getting their life partners. Yes, some persons have confessed that, yes, it happened to them until they went and made amends with their parents and things started working out well for them. So please be in good terms with your children. All right. And pray for them. Always wish them well so that they can also become great in life. If they become great in life, now you go enjoy them past me where they hear the talk now. So take care of the children. All right. See you again.